Hey, what's up guys? EnteiTainment here. My name is Daniel. Quickly thanking you for checking out this video. I hope you enjoy it. That being said, it is an extremely long and tedious team builder, so I understand if you want to skip to the end of it. At the very end, there's going to be a sort of brief synopsis of what happened in the previous 58 odd minutes. So if you want to skip to that, that's probably the way to go. But if you want to sit through the entire thing, it could be a learning experience for new players and maybe veterans alike. So that being said, thanks for watching and I hope you enjoy. Hello, and welcome to my first CSL team builder, where we're going to be prepping for Easy Bake, another team in the CSL League. I believe he is the Detroit Pyroar, but I'm not positive. But regardless, I have his team and my team written down here. So I'm just going to quickly get my team up for you guys so we can talk about some team weaknesses. And this is going to be the first time I'm going to talk about the team weaknesses because obviously the team's not going to change. So after this, you won't have to deal with this sort of long introduction. But basically, my team consists of Mega Aerodactyl, Volcarona, Gyarados, Infernape, Florges, Bronzong, Trevenant, Togetic, Muck, Claydol, and Tornadus Incarnate. So looking at those, you'll probably notice that I have a couple of prominent weaknesses. One of which is Ice, and one of which is Rock. So we're going to have a sort of a hard time dealing with hazards. Particularly, I think hazards are going to play a big role for me, not just in this battle, but in battles to come, because I have a lot of rock weaknesses, and I need to make sure I keep hazards off of my side of the field. That being said, I also have 5 electricity weaknesses, but I'm not concerned about that for this battle because he doesn't actually have any electric type Pokemon, and electric type Pokemon are pretty rare as it is, so I don't feel like that'll be too much of an issue. But basically, what these weaknesses mostly derive from is my massive number of flying types. So if we look at electric, for example, we'll see that Aerodactyl's weak, Gyarados is weak 4 times, Togetic is weak, and Tornadus is weak. So that's 5 weaknesses, and we only have really 1 immunity in Claydol. And I guess we have a resistant Trevenant, but aside from that, it's going to be kind of tough coming up if my opponents have some abuse of electric type Pokemon like any Rotom form or Raikou or maybe even defensive Zapdos is going to be an issue. So I'm going to talk about bulky Pokemon for a little bit. I don't have any electric or grass type moves. I guess Trevenant will have Horn Leech more than likely, but Trevenant is not generally offensively oriented. So bulky water types are probably going to be my bane. The bane of my existence are going to be bulky water types, especially because I have an Infernape and an Aerodactyl, both of which are weak to water. So that is my team. That's kind of all I have to say about my team. I have 0 fighting weaknesses, so that's good because Aerodactyl is neutral due to his typing, as is Bronzong. Togetic resists that like no other, and yeah, so fighting types won't be an issue, but he doesn't really have any except for Hitmonchan. So I'm going to talk about his team. His team is Mega Aggron, Landorus, Therian, Azumarill, Arcanine, Cresselia, Amoonguss, Excelgor, Sneasel, Skuntank, Hitmonchan, and Kyurem. So basically, he's going to be bringing the hazards, I think. With a Mega Aggron, especially on his team, as well as a Landorus, there's no way he's not bringing hazards. And he's going to notice that a lot of my team is weak to rocks, so we have to think about ways to prevent his hazards. Ideally, well, we're going to have to either bring Togetic with Defog or Claydol with Rapid Spin, but we're going to have to, or my primary concern is going to be preventing him from setting up hazards. So we're going to be thinking about that as this team builder goes along. And we're also going to notice that his team is relatively Infernape weak, with Sneasel obviously not taking a Mach Punch. Kyurem can't take fighting type moves, or maybe a fire type move, but not if he's weakened. Amoonguss doesn't like to take fire type moves, and Mega Aggron is obviously quite weak to Infernape. Maybe not so much a physical Infernape, but if I want to bring a special Infernape, that's definitely an option. The issue with that would be the Sneasel, because if I bring a special Infernape, oh, he gets Vacuum Wave actually, so It's looking like Special Infernape might be kind of a good idea to run. I will need to get rid of a Azumarill before I can do anything with a Special Infernape, however, which brings me to sort of my final point about his team. Azumarill is going to go absolutely off on my team, especially because I have 4 water weaknesses and not a lot of ways to deal with him. So I'm feeling like I need to bring Gyarados just to sort of check that, and I need to bring Trevenant to really counter that. Knockoff will hurt Trevenant, and especially with the Harvest, I'm going to keep getting my item back. So it's going to be a little challenging to deal with Azumarill. However, I can bring the Willow on Trevenant. I can bring the T-Wave on Gyarados. Gyarados obviously has Intimidate. If he's Belly Drum, I can run Roar on Gyarados. I think there's a couple ways I can deal. Those are the 2 main ways I can deal with Azumarill. I haven't looked too much at Tornadus, but I might be able to figure something with Tornadus to do. And of course, Muck gets, I'm assuming, gets Gunk Shot and should be able to take hits from Azumarill. So, looking at all of that, I think I have an idea for hazard prevention, and it's going to come in the form of Infernape. Because let me look at some calcs real quick. If we have Infernape here, and we make him special, how do I want to do this? All right, I'll do the matchup against Aggron first, because Aggron will probably run a spread similar to this, and we can see that Fire Blast does a lot. How much does Focus Blast do? Let me get Close Combat out of here, because we're not going to be running Close Combat on a special set. Focus Blast has a small chance to kill. Is Naive right? No, I want Modest, I'm pretty sure. That is the wrong. Modest. Alright, that's a much higher chance to kill. So if he's running a specially defensive Mega Aggron and he's trying to lead with it, and set up his hazards, it is possible for me to prevent that with a Infernape. But if he's bringing a defensive Landorus, on the other hand, Landorus T, if I want to run Hidden Power Ice or something, where is it? There it is. That's a guaranteed OHKO. Barely. Unless he's running special defense EVs, which I feel like he probably will not be. I don't think people generally run specially defensive Landorus. It's just so good as a physical wall. So, looking at those, it looks like we can kind of check his hazard setters. His other hazard setter could be Excelgor if he wants to stack some spikes on my side of the field. But of course, Infernape can definitely kill it with a Fire-type move. He will be faster and might hit me with Final Gambit, which could be a little scary. However, I do have Trevenant, so if he wants to try to pull some Final Gambit shenanigans, I can just go into Trevenant, and if I get that prediction correct, he will go down and I will be immune. So that would be a beautiful sight to see, actually. So yes, that is how we're gonna, I think I'm gonna try to deal with it like that. So if we run, I really need priority for that Sneasel though, because he has to bring the Sneasel. I have too many ice weaknesses for him not to bring the Sneasel. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Life Orb on this thing. So we want Flamethrower for, well, no, hang on. We want Hidden Power Ice for the Landorus, which might be kind of weird. I don't know if that's overcompensating for one Pokemon, but I feel like there's no way he's not bringing it. I'll put it on there, but it's possible he won't bring it. I guess I'm gonna bring Vacuum Wave because of the Sneasel. I'm assuming that kills. I'll calc it, but I don't. That has no business not killing a Sneasel. He could be Sash, but there's no way. There's no way Sneasel takes a Vacuum Wave. Yeah, okay. Wait. Sneasel's PU? Oh, PU. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Alright, so we're going to have Vacuum Wave for that. We're going to bring, hopefully, Fire Blast to be able to hit the Oh boy, I mean, Blast Burn will definitely kill. I could run Overheat. Oh, maybe that's what I should do. Because that'll kill Aggron. I'm positive that'll kill Aggron. If we run Overheat and Aggron comes out. Nope, we want the Mega Aggron though. Yeah, that's a guaranteed OHKO. Oh man. If I can prevent hazards, that'll be huge for me. That'll be really, really huge. And Fernape is basically going to be my 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 hazard prevention lead. Oh boy, I think we have to run Overheat just to prevent that, because I'm not going to hit a Focus Blast. I could run Focus Blast, but you know I'm not going to hit it, so I'm going to run Overheat. And then, should I run Grass Knot? I don't think so. He doesn't have much that takes damage from that, aside from Azumarill. And I'm probably going to be switching out on Azumarill anyways, because Aqua Jet likely will KO, especially if he's banded. So we're not going to bring the Grass Knot. I could bring the Flamethrower. Seems a little weird. I could bring Rocks of my own, but I don't think that will work on this set. Maybe I should run Fake Out, because if he leads Landorus, there's a chance he's Scarfed and will just kill me immediately. But if I fake him out and he reveals Leftovers, then he's definitely bulky, and I can proceed to KO with Hidden Power Ice. And I can get a little bit of chip damage. I mean, Fake Out is nice. It's not going to be very powerful, but because I'm going to be specially oriented. So if we go something like this, what is... I don't think I need... Do I need speed? I don't think I need speed. We're going to make him whatever this nature is, Rash. And we're just going to run 4 and attack, I guess. And that way, at least my attack stat isn't getting decreased. Does this make sense? I think it does. Because if he leads Lando and I lead Infernape, I can fake him out, and if he has leftovers, I can proceed to kill him with HP Ice. And if he doesn't, I can switch into maybe a Levitate Bronzong, although he's likely going to U-turn. Whatever. I can go into Gyarados as well. Gyarados can probably shut down a Scarfed Lando. Since the Intimidate is a thing, I'll get him to -1 if, in case he wants to predict that and go for a Stone Edge. Okay, so I'm thinking this Infernape is going to do well. It's definitely a strange set, but this is for Lando, this is for Sneasel, and this is for Aggron. I'm assuming he's bringing, Aggron and just for getting a lot of damage on something. I'm assuming he's bringing Sneasel. I'm assuming he's bringing Landorus. He might not bring his Mega Aggron if he's bringing the Landorus. Let's look at my team again. I have Volcarona that can kill his Aggron. I have Claydol that can threaten his Aggron. That's like it, though, really. So I feel like he probably will bring his Aggron. So if he ends up bringing Landorus, Aggron, and Sneasel, this set is going to be pretty crucial. This is going to be a very crucial set. Unless that's Scarfed Lando, then we need to think of a different way to deal with that. But I can address that later. As in right now. So we're going to look at our next Pokemon. I don't know if I should name these things. I'm feeling like I probably should, but I'll come up with nicknames after this. Gyarados is going to be able to shut down Azumarill, Sneasel, Landorus, Hitmonchan, Arcanine. Just too much of his team is shut down by Gyarados, so that's defensive Gyarados. So I feel like I have to bring this thing to be my wall of some kind. I feel like I want it to be adamant. I'm not adamant. Sorry, physically defensive. Let's look at Gyarados. Defensive Gyarados against an Azumarill, a banded Azumarill. So that does not do half. All right. And are there any special threats I need to be switching into? Like, no. Almost all of his threats are physical, with the exception of Kyurem and Amoonguss. I guess Cresselia is special, but if we look at his team, Mega Aggron is physical, Lando is physical, Azumarill, Arcanine, Sneasel, Skuntank. I don't know what he's going to do with Skuntank. That's going to be a weird thing. Then Hitmonchan. Those are physical. His special attackers are only Cress and Kyurem and Amoonguss. So I'm feeling like fully physical is probably going to be fine. I'm going to want to run Leftovers and Intimidate. And so the interesting thing with Gyarados is that he gets Scald, which with Scald, it's obviously less about the power and more about the chance to burn. And if I can get burns on things, that'd be really clutch. Because I can run Scald, I can run Ice Beam for Lando. I can run some weird stuff on this Gyarados to check a lot of his team. He gets Dark Pulse in case I want to deal with Crest. That's not going to do anything to Crest, but what happens if Dark Pulse is run on here? Pretty sure I have a specially attacking, reducing nature, but that still does 0. So we're probably not going to be doing that. That's a little insane. I'm probably going to run Dragon Tail. Maybe I should just run Roar though. Chip damage is always nice, but I can Roar out Azumarill. And I cannot Dragon Tail out Azumarill. But I feel like Azumarill just isn't going to stay in on Gyarados. Alright, let me just throw a set on here really quick, and we'll see if it works out. Dragon Tail and Thunder Wave. Okay, so bulky special sweeper is clearly not what we want. Ice Beam and Scald. His special attack is obviously nothing really compared to his physical attack. However, Scald would be really nice, and nothing else on my team can learn Scald. Losing the Lantern pick was pretty huge. The Lantern would have been really nice. Would have given me electric type to deal with water types, and it would have given me a water switch in or an electric switch in. It just would have been cool, but we didn't get it, so we're not going to worry too much about it. We're just going to think about the upcoming battle. Let me look up Kyurem, because I truly don't know what Kyurem is going to want to do. Kyurem. It's just regular Kyurem, right? Yeah. So, specs. So do you got an electric type move, or do you not? I guess you don't. I thought you got... Am I misunderstanding? I thought you got like Fusion Bolt or something. Is that not you? Is that one of the other ones? I guess it is one of the other ones. Alright, never mind then. So he doesn't get electric type move, which is pretty clutch. And Dragon Tail will probably be able to smack this thing. The issue is obviously that he's special, and that Gyarados is going to be physically defensive to check Lando, as well as Azumarill, as well as Sneasel, and Arcanine, and Hitmonchan, like I said before. Oh boy. You know, I'm thinking about Dragon Dance. I'm thinking about bulky Dragon Dance, because if I set up and I have Waterfall and Bounce, what does the set usually run on that? Substitute, Waterfall, Bounce, and maybe EQ. That kills a lot of his team. Waterfall kills Lando, Bounce can kill Amoonguss and Hitmonchan. If I can set up enough, I can just sweep through his whole team. But I feel like defensive Gyarados is just too valuable. I can't. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. I don't think that's going to work out. I could try to sweep with Volcarona, because if that's not Scarfed Lando, not a lot is going to prevent me from setting up. He can try to spore me with Amoonguss, but aside from that, I don't think anything's going to want to prevent Volcarona from setting up. So we are going to consider that. We're going to keep that in the back of our minds, and we're going to just probably set up the basic defensive spread with a minus. I guess minus speed. We're not trying to be fast anyways, so that's fine. And then I'll put 4 in special attack. Let me calc Lando. Ice Beam on Lando. Ice Beam, not Dark Pulse. So that does a pretty good amount, honestly, considering this. Oh wait, that's the wrong. What is this? Relaxed. That is definitely the wrong nature. Alright, so if he's defensive, it's a 2-hit KO, and if he is scarfed, that is still a 2-hit KO. Doesn't that do like the same? Why is that doing the same? Wait a minute. Landorus, physically offensive. Oh. Alright then, never mind. Interesting. Well, regardless, I'm actually looking at that. Maybe Ice Beam isn't going to be the best choice. But what other coverage move should I run? I can run, you get some fire type moves if I want to get rid of Curum. I feel like these aren't going to be very powerful just looking at his special attack stat. These aren't going to be very powerful attacks. I think I'll keep this. I think this will be good, and we're just going to have to pray. Because this will be able to check a Azumarill like 10 times out of 10. If he goes for knockoff and stuff, that will be annoying, but this is not doing too much. So, and we can retaliate with maybe a Thunder Wave and sort of set him up for some. I can switch something in and set up on him. Okay. We need a sort of another check to Azumarill though, and I'm gonna put, I think, Trevenant, because Trevenant pairs fairly well with Gyarados in that it resists electric and can switch it on rock types and hit them back with Horn Leech. And then on the flip side of that, well, actually, they both deal with fighting types really well. So Hitmonchan is probably not going to be doing anything in this battle if he ends up bringing it. And then Trevenant is weak to Ice. Gyarados is neutral to that at least. What else? Oh, Trevenant is weak to Fire, obviously, where Gyarados resists to that. So there is some synergy there, and we're just going to have to hope that it can carry us through this battle. I'm going to get a sip of water. Okay. So there's a lot of weird stuff I can run on this. There are a lot of very weird and very legit Trevenant sets. I want Willow. Let me just throw that out there right now. I need Willow. Willow will be excellent for basically all of his team because, as I was talking about before, they're almost all physical. I need to be careful when I'm Willowing and he has Arcanine, if he brings it, because that thing gets Flash Fire, and that'll be a little scary, especially because he gets Wild Charge for Gyarados if I try to switch it in. So we need to watch out for that. Let me think about this. And you get Calm Mind, which is very odd. That is very strange. I don't think you get any. Do you get Shadow Ball? You do. That's kind of weird. What does he have to kill a boosting Trevenant? Arcanine, Sneasel, I guess Skuntank if it's running. I don't know what the heck. Do you get knockoff? I know you get Sucker Punch and you get Defog, but I don't know what the heck you run. You run Pursuit, Taunt. All right, so that'd be a little annoying. I'm gonna assume he doesn't bring the Skuntank though. It just doesn't look like a very good Pokemon, and unless he's trying to run a Defogger, does he have another way to remove hazards? He has Rapid Spin Hitmonchan. I feel like he'll bring Rapid Spin Hitmonchan as opposed to Skuntank because of the Mach Punch, the priority that Hitmonchan possesses. Might be nice, might be sort of tempting for him. I have a lot of things to hit Hitmonchan, however, so I guess we'll see, but I just don't foresee him bringing Skuntank. Alright, so Harvest is obviously what you want, and I think Citrus is going to be what I want to run over Lumberry, because he doesn't have a lot of statusers. Cresselia can be a statuser. I guess Amoonguss can be a Toxicer, but I think it's more likely going to be a Sporer, and Trevenant can switch into Spores, obviously. He could run Willow, Arcanine, but we'll just have to see. So we're going to run Citrus, and we could run the Curse set, which is definitely scary. If you look at Trevenant, this is the most known set, the Don't Use Trevenant Subseed set. And this is the Rest set, Rest Willow. So this is more of a status absorber, and I don't really care about that too much. Well, let's think about what Trevenant needs to do for me. He needs to be able to burn Azumarill. It'd be nice if he could burn Lando. It'd be nice if he could burn Sneasel as well. I can catch a lot of things switching in. He might try to switch a Sneasel into this thing. If I can catch that with a Willow, that'd be beautiful. Because obviously knockoff on Sneasel. Azumarill can get knockoff as well. It'd be nice to burn basically anything just to get residual damage. So the other part of that, I want to be switching into Amoonguss to prevent the Spore, because I'm not about the Spore life. I can also switch into Hitmonchan and prevent Rapid Spin if I choose to bring a Hazard Setter. So there's that. So I feel like I should just run the Leech Seed, Horn Leech, or well, maybe Phantom Force? Nah, because Horn Leech will give me that HP recovery. That could be nice. And what else did it suggest? Substitute. Alright, I can see that. Because if I can substitute on an out switch and he brings in the Weavile, I can basically just get a free burn on that thing. So we're just going to run Specially Defensive with max special defense and a decreasing special attack nature with 4 EVs in attack, I guess, is the way to go on that. So this will allow me to deal with, again, the Landorus, the Azumarill, sort of the Aggron, borderline the Sneasel if I can have a substitute when he switches in, because I can just burn him. And it will also be something that can switch into Amoonguss if it wants to go for Spore. So that is going to be sort of the niche that my Trevenant is going to be filling. Yes. Okay, so looking at this, we have our sort of defensive core right here. We have Priority and an anti-lead Infernape, which could be clutch and could also fall flat. I'm hoping it turns out to be clutch, obviously, but we shall see. Let us look harder at this list. He doesn't have... Let's see. If I can set up with Togetic, and his Landorus is gone, and his Mega Aggron is gone, and his Sneasel, oh my gosh. Alright, so if I set up with Togetic, because Togetic gets... Let me just put this on the screen while I talk about the potential in this set. Ooh. That's not good. This is high crit ratio, though. So, man, you don't get Air Slash. That's unfortunate. That's fine. Alright. So. Okay, so I didn't realize he didn't get Air Slash, but Air Cutter with Super Luck might might work. So anyways, this set is fairly bulky, and his typing is pretty good. And basically, Azumarill can't deal with this. Arcanine can't deal with this. Cress might be able to boost with me, but I feel like Cress can't really deal with this either. Amoonguss obviously can't. Excelgor can't. Sneasel can come in and Ice Shard me. However, we're going to calc that because depending on how much this does, we can nasty pass. Alright. So we have, oh, and we can run Dazzling Gleam. But if we're +2, I think Air Cutter is still going to kill. No, it does not. However, as you can see, Ice Shard does 0. And that's super effective. Am I sure I'm calculating that correctly? If I'm max HP, that's not even max defense, that's max special defense. That still does nothing. Seriously? Seriously. Am I not understanding? There's something going on here. Why are you so fat? You're part flying, right? Yeah, you are. Okay, well that's weird. Because this is a light-orbed Sneasel, and Ice Shard is not doing anything. Icicle Crash is obviously a guaranteed OHKO. However, well, I guess I'm not going to be running Thunder Whip if I don't have the... You know how it is. If I don't have Serene Grace, if I'm running Super Luck instead, then this might be better. What else can't... Kyurem can probably hit this pretty hard. Kyurem. I still take that. That's unreal. I don't even have special defense investment. Why am I taking that? Jesus. That's gross. That is truly revolting. Alright, so this thing is clearly coming with us because it can counter... Maybe not counter if Amoonguss is running a poison move, but it counters Amoonguss, Hitmonchan, Excelgor. It can set up on a lot of different stuff, including Azumarill, apparently, if it's not going to take anything from frickin' Azumarill. Play Rough does half. Waterfall does as well. So, is this too much? Is this too much? He's not very fast is the issue. Maybe I should just run... Maybe I should run the Baton Pass. What would I pass into, though? Florges? I don't think so. I don't think I want to pass into Florges. And I don't have many special attackers either. I have Volcarona, but that can set up on its own, and I have Claydol, but not really trying to pass into Claydol. Let me get some more water while I think about this. Okay. So, this thing could go off and put some holes in his team, especially if he wants to get some critical hits, because if I can get some critical hits, I mean, it does a lot of damage. Not to Azumarill, but to like Kyurem and stuff, it'll do a lot of damage. So, the question then becomes, what kind of spread do I want to run? I could run like max defense, max special defense. That's kind of weird, but could work. And I have switch-ins for Azumarill. I purposely put these two things on the team to switch into Azumarill, so hopefully we'll be able to switch into Azumarill. I think I'm going to try this. Just because I can take an Icicle Crash. Why can I take an Icicle Crash? Let me just make sure I'm not messing this up. Its name is... Wait, what is it? Sneasel? Yeah, Sneasel. If you're Life Orb, that doesn't kill. That is unreal. I can't even fathom that. It's insane. It's redonk. That is completely ridiculous. Why are you surviving this? I don't know. I guess if he's Swords Dance, we're going to have an issue. But if he's not, we're not going to have an issue. This can set up on what? Hitmonchan, probably Skuntank. If he brings the Excelgor, can set up on that. Can set up on Arcanine maybe. I think I'm bringing it. Honestly. This is crazy. I just need to decide if I want to try for the Super Lux or I want to try for the Serene Grace. No, because I don't have Air Slash, so I don't have to decide between those actually. I can run Ancient Power. Actually? Wait, what does Dazzling Gleam hit? Sneasel, I can hit that with... Oh my gosh. Kyurem, I can hit that with the Ancient Power as well. Arcanine, I can run Ancient Power to hit Arcanine. Hold on. Moves have their secondary effect chance doubled. Does that include Ancient Power? I feel like it should. 20% chance. Is that actually worth? Now I'm looking at that. This is Stab. And this will let me hit Sneasel back. And the Hitmonchan. I can hit Hitmonchan with this though. Oh my gosh, this is so challenging. Regardless, Mega Aggron needs to be dead before this can do anything. Landorus also probably needs to be dead because I don't think I can take a Stone Edge from even defensive Landorus. Now, why am I searching Stone Edge? Lando. If you're running physically defensive. Jesus! Why does that do nothing? My god, you're insane. Alright. I feel like there's no point in me running special defense EVs just because he has so few special attackers. I'm just going to run full physical bulk. I'm going to give him probably the defense boosting nature, but if it turns out a modest nature will let me secure some KOs, I'll run that instead. And this is going to be crazy. Okay, what if he's Scarfed? How much does that do if he's Scarfed? Because those are basically his two choices. Oh my god. That still has a chance to be a 2-hit KO. I mean, sorry, so it has a chance to be a 3-hit KO. It's like a 75% chance of 3-hit KO, and I have Roost. That's crazy. Dazzling Gleam can OHKO from +2. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. That's not fair at all. That is not fair. This thing is so fat. Alright, yeah, we're bringing this. This thing is crazy. This thing will hopefully put in work. I'm not sure, but if I can set up to like +4, we might be okay. I know I'm not very fast, but who needs speed when you can take Stone Edges from Landoruses and stuff like that? And Icicle Crashes from a Weavile. Or Sneasel, sorry. That's ridiculous. That is insane. I have no business taking that. No flying type should have any business taking anything from Sneasel. Alright, so we're keeping the Togetic. And we're going to continue on here. Oh boy. So, other threats he could bring. I need something that can whittle Cresselia. Because if he starts combining with Cresselia, that's going to be the game. So I think it's time to turn to Tornadus. I think in our time of need, it is time to turn to Tornadus. Either that or Aerodactyl. Because Cress, Aerodactyl. Okay. So as you can clearly see, that does absolutely nothing. But we can run different stuff. You get Crunch, fairly sure. Still does nothing. Man, you're way too fat. If we run Hone Claws, we can run, what can we run? Roost. Roost to lose our flying type. And then, let's see, can Aerodactyl sweep? If it's running Crunch, Roost, Hone Claws, what would his last move be? I probably want it to be Stone Edge. Roost, Hone Claws, and Crunch for Cresselia. This cannot do anything if Landorus is alive, and also can't do anything to his Azumarill. I'm pretty sure Azumarill is killed with Aqua Jet. Generally speaking, yeah. Stone Edge does have guaranteed Oko from +2, however. And this is only if he's banded. So, all that taken into account, he does hit Sneasel. Let me see what Sneasel does to Aerodactyl with a Ice Shard. It does over half, but I'm going to be faster. So there's that. He has Crunch for Cress. He has Amoonguss. Can Amoonguss take a... He can. Interesting. So I need to be +3 in order to kill the Amoonguss outright, and that's kind of pushing it. And then I'll probably get Spored or Giga Drained or something, and then I'll just lose my Aerodactyl sweep. Oh, and he has Clear Smog. I don't think Clear Smog Amoonguss is very common. But anyways, I don't think Skuntank can take this. Hitmonchan... Does Hitmonchan? Hitmonchan has Intimidate too, right? Hitmonchan... Oh, you don't. It's only Hitmontop. Okay. Well, I don't think you can take a +2 Stone Edge. Let me calc that, but I'm pretty sure you can. Barely. That's unfortunate. Oh, I don't need to be... Jesus, I don't need to be jolly. I'm going to outspeed everything in the freaking game anyways. Okay, now that we've settled that, there's really no need for this to be jolly. Just because I'm going to be outspeeding his whole team when I Mega. Unless he brings Scarfed Lando. Right? Yeah. That's like his only Scarfer, actually, looking at his team. Lando, Arcanine, Cresselia, Amoonguss, Excelgor, Sneasel, Skuntank, Kyurem. I guess Kyurem could be Scarfed. That could be a problem. Scarfed Kyurem could definitely put in some work. This does give another Ice weakness, however. What about Volcarona? Does Volcarona want to sweep? Volcarona wants to sweep if Arcanine doesn't have Flash Fire. And if the Azumarill is dead, and if the Lando is not is not scarfed. I feel like that's too many ifs. Volcarona. Landorus. He's scarfed. Choice scarf. Oh wow. If I'm +1, I'm outspeed already if I'm running this spread. And I can kill with Fire Blast if I connect. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Maybe Aerodactyl is not going to have his place in this battle. I don't think so. Just because I need to run too many different moves to hit his different threats. I really need to be able to Whittle Crest, though. Oh, but Volcarona can do that. For Bug Buzz. Bug Buzz. Crest. You don't take Bug Buzzes. Don't lie to me. Yeah, get out of here with that. Alright. Volcarona. Bug Buzz for Crest. Fire Blast for Amoonguss. Fire Blast for Lando. Giga Drain for Azumarill. Nothing for Arcanine, so that needs to die. Obviously can kill Excelgor and Sneasel. Skuntank, I don't freaking know what Skuntank is going to do, but I'm assuming Fire Blast can kill. Hitmonchan definitely can't take anything. And then Kyurem will go down as well. Yeah, Volcarona is going to be the booster for today. That gives so many rock weaknesses. Oh my gosh. I feel like we're relying too heavily on Infernape, because if Infernape can't pull off the anti-lead shenanigans, we're so screwed. We're so dead if he can't pull that off. Oh boy. I can bring Rapid Spin, Claydol. Actually, Claydol can spin against a good number of his team. And it will give us a ground switch-in for Landorus. However, U-turn is obviously still going to hurt. And it's kind of just death fodder to Sneasel. But Sneasel doesn't want to switch into Claydol, I don't think. Let me put Claydol on here. If we run... Do you get Cosmic Power? Oh, Jesus. Such potential. That's too much. We can't have 2 boosters. 3 boosters. This thing boosts as well. So we're going to have Rapid Spin. I can run Stealth Rock, I'm pretty sure. and then probably just Earth Power. And does Psychic help me? Psychic helps me against Amoonguss, but that's it. And we have many other ways to deal with Amoonguss, so I'm going to run something else. Grass Knot. What if that cheeky little Azumarill wants to switch into Belly Drum? How much does Grass Knot do? If I'm modest. 0 damage. Alright, never mind. I forget it's based on the weight. Oh jeez. I forget it's based on the weight of the other Pokemon, so not the best. Could run Toxic. Could run Trick. Hang on, give me 1 sec. Someone is hammering upon my door. Oh, wait, it's my chair. I wrote my chair. Charge Beam. That's crazy. Heal Block. Imprison. That's not a good move for this set. I think just Earth Power. Earth Power can hit Skuntank, can hit Arcanine, can hit Mega Aggron. Yeah, I think Earth Power is probably the way to go. We're just going to do Leftovers. Yeah. And run like full... I want to run full of... Because I need this to spin, and I need to switch in on Landorus. So we're going to run full defense and full special attack. I think. Maybe I'll just do max HP, max special attack. I don't know. Can you take anything from Sneasel? I don't think so. You have a slight chance to take an Ice Whip Crash. Alright, well, he has no ghost types to prevent my spin. And I could maybe set up late game rocks, which sort of hurt his team, but not very badly. Not as badly as mine. It hits Arcanine, Excelgor, Sneasel, and Kyurem. But obviously does nothing against Mega Aggron or Landorus. Azumarill doesn't really care about those. And neither do Cresselia or Amoonguss. Did I already say that? I meant to say Azumarill. I don't know. Alright. Let's see. I just don't know if this is too many boosters. I have a lot. Wait, is this team like entirely special? It is. Okay, that's a little ridiculous. I don't think I can make an entirely special team. That's insane. It appears physical. These two. But they're not. And then, well, what does he have in terms of specially defensive walls? Cress. He literally has Cress, that's it. Mega Aggron is very bulky physical wall, as is Landorus. And honestly, Cress is usually physically bulky as well. So, you know what? You know what? Maybe this is the way to go. Maybe this is the way to go. I could run Earthquake and Zen Headbutt instead of... I'm running double Earth Power. But if I run Earthquake and Zen, and then we do max attack. Since, I mean, he has the same attack stat anyways. Does that let me hit things any harder? I don't think so. Because Arcanine might have Intimidate. I don't think there's any advantage in that. If anything, it's just a disadvantage. So no, we're going to run Earth Power and Psychic, I guess. Yeah. Or Side Shock, sorry. And just do... what does this suggest? I guess that's fair. Fair enough. Okay. This is definitely going to be subject to change, but we're going to go ahead and give this thing... what should I give this thing? I think Leftovers. Quiver. Fire Blast, Bug Buzz, because that'll hit the crest. That's the one thing on this team that can hit the crest. And then Giga for the Azumarill. I'm always more successful with Roost, though. Like 10 times out of 10, I'm more successful with Roost. And I can switch into Azumarill. Oh boy, how much does Azumarill take from that? If I'm plus something. Volcarona. Giga Drain. Oh man, that does a lot. That does a lot if I'm plus 2 at Oko's guaranteed. Oh man, he's not going to be faster, so none of that matters. Aqua Jet does, get this out of my face, half. And I can regain almost all of that. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's see. I don't think I need all of this speed. I can invest in defense a little bit. So I might just not need speed at all. Honestly. What is going to switch into this? Or what is going to outspeed this? Excelgor? That's like it. Kyurem if it's Scarfed, Lando if it's Scarfed. And then Sneasel, but Sneasel can't do it. Can't do jack to me, so it doesn't matter. I'm considering running full physical with a... Oh yeah, this is timid. Let me make this... What is it? Bold. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That is unreal. That's ridiculous. That's the only thing... That's the only thing that can stop me if I set up. Is a Azumarill. That's not true. I need to be able to kill Arcanine. Bug Buzz. Bug Buzz, Bug Buzz. Huh. That's okay. I have... Who wants to deal with Arcanine? I guess Gyarados and Claydol combined can sort of deal with Arcanine. If he brings it. Here, let me just say what I think his team is going to be. He has to bring Azumarill. He has to bring Sneasel. I'm assuming he brings Crest because I have no Dark type moves on this team and only one Ghost type, and he's not offensive. I feel like he's going to bring the Landorus to abuse hazards, so I feel like Landorus is going to be defensive, which might lead him to not bring Mega Aggron. Looking at my team, I feel like he wouldn't bring Mega Aggron just because I have a couple Fire types and a Claydol, yeah, and a Gyarados, all of which kind of shut down Mega Aggron. So I feel like he's not going to bring Mega Aggron, which means he'll probably bring maybe the Hitmonchan and the Kyurem. Maybe not. Maybe the Arcanine and the Kyurem. I think he's bringing the Kyurem though. Again, to capitalize on my ice weakness. I do have a Dragon Switch in if he decides to go for Draco or Outrage or something. Oh man. What if... Well, let me look at this. With 4 in HP. And minus attack. Alright. So, basically, if he has Arcanine, I need to be able to kill it. And if I do, and if Landorus is not Scarfed, this thing wins the game. Like, 0 questions asked. Mega Aggron is not a switch-in. Azumarill is not a switch-in with Giga Drain. Cresselia can't take a Bug Buzz. Amoonguss obviously can't take a Fire Blast. Excelgor, same deal. Sneasel is dead. Skuntank is dead. Hitmonchan's dead. Kyurem is dead. Alright, so the plan is we gotta set up with this. We gotta set up with this. Oh boy. Should I run screens on Claydol just to make that easier? Maybe. It's a distinct possibility. Alright, so if he brings Mega Aggron and Landorus for some reason, the Landorus is probably Scarfed. And the Aggron will have rocks. But I can switch this into Aggron all day and Rapid Spin on him. So that's fine. That is definitely fine. I think I'll run Reflect. No. I don't know. Do I need rocks against this team? It'll help against Arcanine, especially if I'm trying to sweep with Volcarona. Because that'll let me have a chance to KO if I'm +3. Oh no, it's not. Never mind. Ah, it's lame. That's lame. If I were to hit Power Ground, I can't hit the Azumarill. But I feel like I have so much to counter Azumarill. Oh man, this is a tough one. This is very tough. I think this is going to be the team. I might change Stealth Rock for Reflect, since I don't care very much about getting Hazard on his side, since it won't really help Volcarona secure any KOs. Let me just make sure Kyurem can't take this. If he's specs, if I'm +2. So it's just going to come down to me being able to connect with Fire Blast, honestly. That's what I have to do. If I can hit Fire Blasts, I can win the game. That's what it is. That is what it will become. You could Flare Blitz? Wow. Physical Volcarona? Could run Heat Wave, which is more accurate and slightly less powerful. Does Heat Wave still kill Kyurem? No. No, it doesn't. And Draco... Well, I will have Special Defense. Oh, man. Maybe I should run Heat Wave, just so I don't miss. What is the 85? What is the thing on Heat Wave? I think it's 90. Yeah, that's not really worth it. It's like 5%. If I'm going to miss, I'm going to miss. Hopefully I don't regret that. But I think this is going to be the team. It's very odd. It has a couple of Azumarill counters. It has an anti-lead Infernape. It's got a boosting Volcarona that can hopefully win the game. And then just sort of a weird Togetic set that might be able to go off. Potentially. Do you get Wish? You do. Maybe I should save the Togetic for a team that it can actually do well against. I feel like this is not that team. Yeah. We're going to bring Florges. Sorry, bro. We're just going to run Wish, Protect, Aromatherapy, and Moonblast. Especially defensive. You're very especially defensive. I feel like I should run physical defense. Just because your special defense is Redonk. And basically everything on his team is physical. Okay, so now we have some recovery for Gyarados. We have some recovery for Claydol if I can Wish Pass into these two things. And then we have a pretty dependable wall. This team is very special. Not in that way. I mean, it's very especially offensive. Should I change the Gyara? Should I change the Gyara? I don't think so. I think the Gyara stays. Just because Lando has Intimidate, as does Arcanine. If for whatever reason he wants to switch an Arcanine into a Gyarados, the Intimidate won't affect me. And I just want Scald. I honestly just want Scald. Alright, this is the team. This is what I'm taking against AZ Bake. This is going to be it. I'll just go over it once again. This is Infernape. His role is going to be countering whatever he leads with, which is likely going to be Aggron or Lando, and killing either of those things with either an Overheat or an Hidden Power Ice after going for Fake Out to scout. This is basically to scout to see if the Lando is Scarfed or defensive. Then we have Gyarados to switch into Azumarill. It's running T-Wave to cripple some stuff, as well as Skull to maybe get some burns, and then Dragon Tail, of course, to force some out switches. And Ice Beam, Borderline for Landorus, but also as well, Amoonguss as well. Trevenant is just going to be another Will-O-Wisper who can cripple Landorus, Aggron, Azumarill, Sneasel. A lot of stuff on his team is crippled by burn. So we're going to bring this thing, hopefully get some burns off, and this also prevents Rapid Spin if I end up setting up rocks. Oh, and it's an Amoonguss switch in if it goes for Spore. Florges is our Cleric. It's going to be passing some wishes, hopefully, and healing some status in case he wants to T-wave stuff or toxic stuff, I'll be able to heal that right off, and then just Moonblast for stab. Then we have our boosting Volcarona, who's hopefully going to be the ace in the hole. He can sweep if Arcanine is gone or if Arcanine doesn't come. And if I can set up enough, he sweeps. Honestly, he just sweeps. So hopefully we can get this off. I don't normally run Giga Drain. I almost always run Roost, and I'm way more effective with Roost. But he's going to bring a Azumarill, and I'm going to need to be able to kill that thing. Because Fire Blast and Bug Buzz just aren't going to do it. They're both resisted, and I need Giga Drain. So we're going to bring it. We are going to bring it. And then finally Claydol, our rocker and rapid spinner in case he does end up getting hazards on the field, and then with dual stab. This is the one that's the most subject to change, but I feel like I definitely need a rapid spinner just in case Infernape blows it. We did get rid of Togetic, so that is a rock weakness gone, so we have 3 at this point. And he's neutral, and this obviously is resistant to Stealth Rocks, but this is going to be the team. I hope it does well. Looking at, actually, just quickly looking at Psyshock. Actually, it hits a Mungus. Alright, never mind, we'll keep it. We'll keep it, whatever. It's stab, and it can hit things relatively hard, so we'll keep that. And that's going to be the team builder. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry if I was kind of all over the place and if this took a while. I think it did, but I wasn't looking at the time. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. If you have any questions or concerns down in the comments section. You unfortunately won't be seeing this team builder until after the battle already happens, because I don't want Easy Bake coming on here and just countering my team. So this is going to come out after the battle. But I hope this was sort of a learning experience for you guys. I hope it was helpful. It was definitely helpful to me. It's good for me to have to explain to you guys what sets I'm trying to run, because it makes me think about them more and often leads me to building more effective teams. So hopefully this does well. Fingers crossed. I might be battling him today, so hopefully we can get a win, but nothing is guaranteed. So yeah. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. EnteiTainment out. Alright, so I'll let you guys decide what you want to see, because in the Emerald, obviously we have these 2 selected, and that's it, because I have no idea what the rest of these are. But if you guys just want to see, maybe just want to see Nuzlocke,